Good morning, everyone. This is Rick. Welcome back to the road to 100. It's Wednesday morning, and that means it's time to face the scale again. Not sure what this week's going to bring, but put the work in, and I stayed consistent, but I'm not really expecting a big number. So we'll see how this one goes. So this week, we'll see what it says, and some weeks it could humble you. All right, here we go. So this week the scale reads 284.2 pounds. That means I'm actually up 0.6 pounds from last week. And I'm not gonna lie, if you're trying to lose 100 pounds like I am, anytime you see the scale go up, it's not a great feeling, even if it's only half a pound, but the brain still goes, come on, seriously? You put the work in, why'd you get the gain? And here's what makes things a little bit confusing is I didn't fall off the rails. I didn't sit around. I didn't have a crazy week where I gave up. I put in almost 107,000 steps for the week. I was playing golf. I was walking the dog. I was going for runs. I was eating well. A couple of indulgences here and there, but for the most part, I was pretty accurate with what I was doing. And 107,000 steps. And I still gained weight. So yeah, I get it. It's frustrating. But it's also why I wanted to make this video. If you're on your own journey and you're trying to lose a bunch of weight and you see these little, things that go backwards for you and they're not really progressing, this is the part that'll mess with your head. And those demons will sit on your shoulder and they'll tell you to stop or tell you to go have a Big Mac or do something like that. This isn't the part to fall down and to give up. When I looked at last week's comparison to the scale, that was only part of the story. Yeah, I gained 0.6 pounds from 283.6 to 284.2. But when I look at the other parameters of what my comparison report looked like, my muscle mass went up from 207.2 to 207.8. My fat-free mass went from 218.2 to 218.6. My visceral fat stayed exactly the same at 18. That's one that we're definitely trying to work on and lose that visceral fat because that's the really bad fat. And my body fat percentage only changed by 0.01%. So from 23 to 23.1, which is basically nothing. So when I look at it all, I don't think it was a disaster week. I think, could I have done better? Maybe. Were there places that I took some shortcuts or maybe had, like I said, some more indulgences? Yeah, there was. But you know what? It's a long journey. It's not a short sprint. So you got to keep that in mind as well. The truth is, weight loss isn't a straight line. You can do everything right and still be up a little bit. This could be water retention, this could be inflammation, this could be food volume, it could be sodium, it could be bad sleep. All these things with cortisol levels going up. It could just be your body holding on to some water while you recover. I mean, putting in 107,000 steps is a lot. And so I'm testing the body, I'm putting it through its paces, which also means that my cortisol demands will go up. And when your cortisol demands are up and they're not being able to be brought back to a normal place, it holds on to your fat a little bit more. So trying to get that balance is something that I definitely need to work on. And that comes with, proper sleep, making sure you're rested, try to keep your inflammation down, and making sure you're staying right on the foods that you're eating for your diet so as you're not going to increase your cortisol levels. And I really think the bigger picture is what's most important here. On January 1st, 2026, I weighed in at 316.4 pounds. Today, even with this little gain, I'm 284.2 pounds, which means I've lost 32 pounds since I started this thing. So that's the part I have to remind myself that there's going to be these little setbacks. And if I only just looked at this 1 week and just looked at the 0.6, then yeah, it could be really, you could get down on yourself perhaps. But you have to look at this as the long journey that it is. This road to 100 started January 1st, and it's not going to end probably for at minimum another 6 months or longer. So I take every day as it comes. I make sure that I put the work in every day, and we celebrate those little wins when we see them, and don't let the sort of minuscule setbacks, if you will, stop you from moving forward or stop you from becoming that healthier person that you want to become. This is where your mental fortitude kicks in. Every Wednesday, I get on the scale and I make a video for you guys to keep me honest and to keep me transparent. And if you just let 1 week determine what your outcome is going to be, it's going to be really hard to push through when it doesn't go your way. So don't worry about the week to week little battles. Think about that longer term goal and that you're going to push yourself through, because it doesn't stop every time you get on the scale. It's what's down the road and how you're changing your body to become a better version of yourself. So this week I gained 0.6 pounds, but I also walked over 107,000 steps between playing golf, walking with the dog, running with the dog, getting quicker at my runs. My muscle mass went up a little bit, but my visceral fat stayed the same based on what my scale has been telling me. And it's a Renfo body fat scale, so it may not be the most accurate thing, but it's the one I've been using since day one. So I have to use the information that it's giving me and understand that there's variations. But I'm still down 32.2 pounds. I'm not panicking. I'm going into this looking forward to what the next week's going to bring. Hopefully a little bit more sunshine, because we got big rain today. We needed it, but I'm a big fan of the sun. So I'm not panicking and I'm not quitting. I'm just going to let that half pound not even worry about where I'm at in my overall goal during my road to 100. This is just the road to 100. I'm 32% of the way there. I got 78% to go. I'm not gonna let these little setbacks lead me astray. Some weeks are big wins, other weeks are mediocre, some are a little bit negative, but it just doesn't matter. The most important thing is that we keep going and we keep telling ourselves we're here for the better version of ourselves, and we don't look back. So guys, if you like what you see, I'd appreciate it if you hit the like button and maybe subscribe. It does help the channel with the YouTube algorithms. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to put them down below. I will get to anybody's questions, and I really appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll see you next Wednesday, and all the best. Take care. Bye-bye.